evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Last night was a long, hectic night, and instead of me just rambling some rubbish and fulfilling the mitzvah of sending out a nightly check-in YouTube video, I decided to save whatever I didn't have to say and share the same rubbish today. But I do want to thank, I think it was one person who actually texted me to say, we missed your video blog. So thank you for that encouragement and support. It's nice to know that at least someone is listening. You know, it's getting long, arduous, challenging. Joke's over. Okay, let's go back to work. How many of us are just anxious to get out? And it makes sense. And then sometimes you have a little story that occurs that you can apply it, and it allows us to live in the moment. So Sunday, I get a text from Minna, our daughter in Israel. Good news that the government is opening up again slowly, which doesn't mean like now they can revert back to normal life. There they were literally limited to leaving their home just a few yards from the home. So you can now walk out further than that. More than 10 people can gather. Children can go to school. It's starting to acclimate again. And I asked Minna, how do you feel about that? To which she responded, you know, in the beginning it's hard, the dogs, the husband, the home, quarantined, no family. But she says now to go back to work and have to finish school as she's finishing her master's in art therapy, she says, I was kind of getting used to taking my classes in pajamas, not having to put on makeup, just being able to enjoy breakfast with my hubby and the dogs and having a little bit of downtime, going on and off Zoom, just without having to schlep to school, have to see people. There's something about this that I'm going to miss, which is a very powerful message for her to send us from Israel, because she's already starting that next phase, and we hope the same here. But instead of just waiting for that moment to come, and it will, please God, and it may take longer than we want, just to allow yourself the provisions and the benefits of what this is enabling us right now, such as you can enjoy a bar bat mitzvah service, the rabbi service speech, and you can just pause, like you do on commercials. You can take the entire service and fast forward the rabbi. When do you get a chance to do that in services? You can have a Zoom meeting with business associates without having to sit in traffic at the Lincoln Tunnel for many hours. There are many benefits to the way we're living, and I suspect that people will get used to the way things are going now and become very comfortable with it, to a point where we will revert back to real life. We'll say, well, I didn't take the opportunity to enjoy it for what it was. You know, I have a colleague, a friend, Alan. I speak to him almost every day. And I shared with him once how it was a rough day and things weren't going well and I'm overwhelmed. And Alan says, Mendy, don't worry, this too shall pass. Just give it some time, live for the moment, it will pass. A couple of days later, things were looking much brighter, much better. I was uplifted, things were great. I called him up and said, Alan, you're right. I'm on top of the world, top of my game, things are great. Thank you, thanks for helping me get through it. He says, Mendy, you're very welcome. But don't worry, this too shall pass. And you'll revert back to where it was before, because that's life. We haven't been privileged to live this type of lifestyle ever, any one of us, certainly not in the fast-paced world that we currently live in. So instead of just waiting for it to be over, and that we should, maybe take a moment and think about the benefits that we have right now that we are enjoying. And even though for some of you that you haven't exactly watched my nightly check-in videos, somebody said yesterday to me, I kind of binge watch them, similar to the way I do with Netflix, just have to finish the Netflix series first and then I binge watch these videos. The messages are important to allow us not to watch them afterwards and say what we should have done, but to pause now and to say, what benefits are we having now that we won't necessarily have later? Because this too shall pass. I want to conclude by reminding everybody of a lot of things that are going on here at Shul. But most importantly, this past week, Chana, my mother-in-law, Mr. Taliban, Maya, my children, and others spent a long time preparing Shabbos dinners and food for people who live alone. So instead of me searching, calling, asking, I'm asking you, as an extension of my community, our community, please do me a favor. Reach out to your neighbor, reach out to someone who's either alone or not able to get out. Let us know who needs a Shabbos dinner. There's nothing like being alone. Sometimes there's a benefit for a few minutes, but when it's ongoing, it's really challenging. And so let us know, email us, text us, call, whatever medium you need. Just let us know who it is that is in need of a Shabbat dinner. We'll be happy to deliver it to their home. That's what makes a difference to somebody. And again, reach out to people. There are many of you who have asked to volunteer, and we're starting to see more need in the community in terms of people asking for people to go shopping for them, to help them. Thank you for that. We're reaching out more and more. I don't think this is going to be over as fast as we would like, so let's enjoy the moment, but let's also utilize this moment for benefit and for blessing for all who need. Look around, think of others, think of how you and I and we collectively can be there for each other and help each other. I wish you a beautiful night. Look forward to tomorrow night. I have a special surprise for you on my video blog tomorrow night. And I look forward to seeing you then and wishing you a beautiful night. I hope you can join us tonight for the JLI class at 7:30 on Zoom. 7:45 on Zoom. Cheers, Laila Tov.